Hey, happy Wednesday, everyone. Hope you are doing well. It's the middle of the week. October is here, so the fall weather is in full swing, or the fall spirit at least. I heard it's going to be hot today, so it's not so much hot fall weather, but the fall spirit, the fall attitude is in full swing. So I'm happy about that. And this is In the Raw, unscripted, unpracticed, unedited conversation. We have been talking about the teachings of Jesus, particularly at the Sermon of the Mount. He had a lot to cover. He taught a lot of different concepts that were new to the people of that moment, things that they had never heard, and all in with the purpose of establishing a new way of life, a new kingdom, the kingdom of heaven on earth, establishing a new way of looking at life, a new way of living, different from what they were used to at that moment. And today I'm going to read in Matthew chapter 6, verse 19, all the way through verse 19 through 34. So it's a long one, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to read some excerpts from this passage. And it's a very interesting topic. Jesus is teaching about money and possessions, something that we all relate to, something that we all know all too well. And he says this: "Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be." That's beginning, but I'm going to stop here because he's talking about money. He's talking about possessions. He's talking about the things that we value the most in our lives, right? Or value one of the things that is most valuable to us. I'm not going to say the most, because I hope the thing that you value the most is your family, your loved ones. But it's one of those things that we value a lot, right? And he's saying, don't store up treasures here on earth. Don't try to have so much here on earth, because basically what he's saying is it's all corruptible. Moths eat them, rust destroys them. It's all corruptible. Everything that you can possibly own, any possession that you have, your homes, your cars, clothes, whatever you have, devices. Sometimes we value them so much, how many times have we heard of somebody panicking because they lost their phone? How many people are so obsessed with their cars? I have a neighbor, and he owns 2 Teslas, and he just almost every afternoon he's washing it outside his house, and washing one or the other, and he's just so obsessed with that, and I just watch him and pray for him. Really, I don't say anything to him, but we treasure so many things here on earth, and all those things are they're nice and everything, but they are corruptible. And what he's saying is, instead, store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy them, thieves do not break in and steal. So we can't lose those things. He's talking about something that is not tangible, that we should treasure most. What can we treasure up in heaven? You might say, well, what can I treasure up in heaven? Well, I said earlier, one of the most valuable things in our lives is our family. And one thing that I can try to assure here on earth is to make sure that when I'm gone, and when we're all gone, because we're all going to be gone one day, that we're together up in heaven. And that's that's something that I want to treasure up in heaven. I want to make sure that I can see my family up there, my kids, my grandkids, that one day I can see them up there. I may leave there first. I don't know, maybe not. But, when we're up there, I want to be able to be with everybody that I love, my parents, my grandparents, they made sure that we would see them as well. So that's one of the things that the way I see it, that's what I want to store up in heaven, you know. And so it's very important that we do that we understand that, the stuff that we own here on earth, the stuff that we possess here on earth, it's going to come and go. And sometimes we'll have it, sometimes we won't. Sometimes we can enjoy it. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying nice things in life, but let's not get obsessed with them. Let's not just, let's look beyond that and treasure things that are more important, more significant for us in the whole scheme of things, the big picture. Anyways, I'm going to stop it right here. Actually, there's a lot more in this passage. I just read the first few lines here and just kind of talked about that. So in the subsequent videos, I will talk about the rest of this topic of money and possessions. All right. Well, have a nice day. Have a nice rest of your week, and we will talk to you soon.